Good morning! And look who's awake! We must have been way too loud this morning and she came stumbling out of her room. What are we doing today?
Tripping, Mama.
With who?
Here?
With who? Who are we going to go find?
Bees. I'm finding bees.
Oh, we're finding bees? I thought we were finding Papa. We're headed to Mackinaw City, Michigan, and we'll probably head to the island today as well. But we are up and early, loaded up by 7 a.m., headed out on the road. This is a 2-day trip, and yes, this is still for the whole photography trip once a month with my dad, and the whole family is coming again. I think it's safe to say that this is just now going to be a 2-family trip. Okay, so it has been like in the 80s to 90s here for the past 2 or 3 weeks. So I was a little surprised to see 69 degrees and 58 degrees on the weather radar for Mackinac this weekend. Also, Kira's in the back whining. She gets very anxious and she has a lot of separation anxiety from me in particular. We just got her on anxiety meds and she's a completely different dog. I'm still not sure if I like her on anxiety meds or not, but testing the waters. They are actually headed to a kennel this morning. Normally we bring the dogs whenever we can, but we thought we're doing a big trip here in a couple weeks, and so we wanted them boarded for that, and we wanted to use this trip as an opportunity to see how they do with boarding. And with Kira on her new anxiety meds, I hope it all goes smoothly.
I'm Sierra Liggett, a wife and a mother sharing our story and journey. We love all things adventure, sustainability, and gentle parenting. We have a passion of gardening and growing our own food in the hopes of a more eco-friendly lifestyle. I share our story, vibrant photography, and tips all on my website at sierraliggett.com.
Yeah? Are you ready to go? Dogs are ready to go. There's Charlie loading up the bikes. You show everybody your nails? Let's see. Oh my goodness, purple nails. Are those to see the purple lilacs? It is true though, we are headed up to Mackinac to see the lilacs. We are a weekend late. We are not going during full bloom week. That was the Lilac Festival. I did not want to go with all the people. So we waited a few days and we're headed up there to see the lilacs. I will be talking about the Lilac Festival in my blog post though. So if you are interested in doing that in future years, I will have everything you need to know in the blog post. Me? 2 miles? What is that? Where's Elmo? Are you hiding him? We made it! These are the cabins we'll be staying at. We'll actually be staying in the little orange chalet back there. We couldn't check in yet though. Check-in's not till 4. So we got our ferry tickets, unloaded our bikes, and we are getting ready to head out. Me. Go catch it, Daddy. Oh. Do you see it? What color is it?
Or the blue one.
It's red, white, and blue.
You going shopping?
Uh-huh. A hand? She asked if you needed help.
About 18 minutes out to Mackinac Island this afternoon.
Yo ho ho.
Mackinac Island is located in Lake Huron, nestled perfectly between Michigan's upper and lower peninsulas. The island is only 4.35 square miles and was long home to an Ottawa settlement and the previous indigenous cultures before European colonization began in the 17th century. The island is full of history, historic sites, amazing architecture, tourist attractions, and its well-known Mackinaw fudge. You can find small tours on horse-drawn carriages too. For lunch, we met my parents at Mary's Bistro along the water, and we enjoyed some appetizers and their house-made pizza while watching the boats and the ferries come in and out of the harbor.
So we're here on the island, and this time we brought our bikes. You want me to go slow? Mm-hmm. Okay. You go slow? Okay. Normally we come in winter, so we aren't able to experience this touristy. And so this year we are doing all the things. For those of you that don't know, no vehicles are allowed on Mackinac Island aside from some safety vehicles. To ride your bike all the way around the island is 8 miles. There is a paved road for us bikes, as you can see. And the only other mode of transportation in the summer, at least, is by horse. In the winter, you can take snowmobiles. So like I said, we're here for the lilacs, and most of them are pretty much on the way out, but all of the other gardens around the island are absolutely stunning. So as you saw this morning, Evelyn woke up at 6:30, 6:40, I think is when I started recording. And she did not nap the whole entire ride here, but she finally just clunked. Right.
Devil's Kitchen is a small cave on the southwestern shore of the island and is the youngest formation dating back to the Nipissing post-glacial period by waves of Lake Huron. Local stories allege that the Native Americans considered the cave to be a numinous location inhabited by bad spirits who were cannibals that would capture and eat their victims. The cave is blackened with soot to this day, allegedly from the evil spirits cooking fires, hence its name, Devil's Kitchen.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
About halfway around the island, we stopped to get ice cream where you can find the British landing. This was the site from the War of 1812 where the British Army joined forces with their allies, the Native Americans, and Indigenous peoples of Canada. This operation led directly to the surrender of Fort Mackinac by the U.S. Army. British Landing was also home for many years to the noted Shakespearean and drama scholar John McCabe. Our next stop was to Sea Skull Cave, a small and shallow cave on the central heights of the island. This cave was carved during the Algonquin post-glacial period by the ancestor of today's Lake Huron, Lake Algonquin. This cave was used as a refuge in 1763 by fur trader Alexander Henry, a survivor of the capture of Fort Michilimackinac by the Native Americans during Pontiac's War. When Alexander woke up the next morning, he discovered he had made camp upon a heap of human bones and skulls.
Let's over here, over here, over here. Oh, sure, thank you. Wow.
Arch Rock is the most famous of the natural limestone formations. It stands 146 feet above the current Lake Huron water levels. And while the Euro-Americans did not share many of the taboos, the Native Americans saw Arch Rock as a place of numinous power. One of the horse-drawn carriage tour guides even mentioned that the changes in energies at this location are detected by the horses, which is why you can witness them start to become uncomfortable and longing to leave while they attempt to wait for their tour parties.
What color is that?
Purple. Purple.
As I previously mentioned, Mackinac Island is known for its gorgeous architecture. You can actually take self-guided tours that are provided by the Mackinac Tourism Bureau. Our last stop of the afternoon was Marquette Park, which is nestled right under Fort Mackinac and surrounded by lilac bushes. There were only a handful waiting for us, but if we were to have been 1 week earlier, the entire park would have been full of gorgeous blooms. Here you can find many events held throughout the season, and it beautifully overlooks the water. We're here at the Cabins of Mackinaw. These aren't the new cabins, this is just the little chalet. 2 beds. Here we have a TV and a microwave.
full bath. There's like no pictures of these cabins anywhere except for like the exterior, so I had absolutely no idea what to expect. I just know that my dad rented these cabins the couple nights before our wedding 2 years ago, and they enjoyed them, and he said he recommended them for this trip, so we got them, and I'm actually very thoroughly impressed.
I'm gonna get jealous of other stuff. Here, one piece.
I mean, she might fall asleep. You guys go out riding, yeah?
She did clock. So we,
Yes. Do it again. Do it again.
You're good. Oh, your book broke.
Oh, yeah. Bless you.
Let's see,
Tried
child.
so many times.
Oh, bless you. Go.
So what does the what does it say? What does your book say?
Wow, wow.
How many wow-wows?
Two.
Let's count them together. 1, 2.
G. 5. 6. 7. 8.
8. Good job.
So cute.
You do a wonderful job. So we got back. I don't think I vlogged this. I know I took some videos of the giant lilac bush we found, but we had to leave the island a little earlier than we anticipated. Yeah, it was 7:30. It wasn't too bad, but it was earlier than we had until 9:30, so we didn't want to stay out that late, but we definitely wanted to explore the island to its fullest.
Mom.
Thank you. I'll read it. Did you want to read this one next?
Yeah.
Okay. But we got a thunderstorm warning, and we had 14 minutes to make it to the boat before the rain came in and before the boat left. So we did that.
Mine.
Yeah, that's your book.
Mine.
Yeah, that's yours.
Mine.
Then we came back to the cabin, had a snack plate, and my phone was almost dead, so it was charging through all this. Then we got on the bikes because the rain was like drizzling, so we thought we would have enough time for evening bike ride, and it ended up picking up speed while we were out there. So we are back. We are laying and reading our books. And it is way past her bedtime. She's absolutely exhausted. Good night. We'll see you in the morning. See you in the morning. Bye. See you tomorrow. Good night. Good morning. So, this morning we woke up and ran around, and then Charlie, Evelyn, and I went for a walk to the bakery. Then my parents made lunch while we were doing that, and they made breakfast and lunch while we were doing that. So we came back, had breakfast, had our donuts, had some tea, and Charlie had a steamer. And now we have everything loaded up. We're all checked out, and we're getting ready to hit the town for a bike ride.
What stuff can you put in this Jeep? Look at it loaded up. Oh my gosh. That's what Grandma looks like going camping.
taking a little morning walk to the bakery. And I also wanted to see if any pictures would look good with the rain. You know, one time we were here, like fog covered the entire Mackinac Bridge, so I always like to walk around. Don't forget your wow-wow.
Look at mommy. Done?
Charlie's still waiting on this.
Have you coffee shots?
You catching a fish? Here comes our mommy fish. Mommy fish! Ooh, reel it